Hey, Mr. Devil's Advocate, I want to do a collaboration with you. Will you join me?
But you are me. Is it really a collaboration if you do it with yourself?
Yes, of course it is, because I will speak for myself, and you will speak for Satan. It's a win-win-win if you see it that way.
I don't literally advocate for the devil, I also just speak for myself. So I am skeptical of your claim that this is a collaboration.
Yes, this will do perfectly. We must work together to make this video a reality. Take a look at this, Mr. Devil's Advocate. This is my source of inspiration that came from making this video. Would you care to read it?
Atheism. The belief that there was nothing, and nothing happened to nothing, and then nothing magically exploded for no reason, creating everything, and then a bunch of everything magically rearranged itself for no reason whatsoever, into self-replicating bits which then turned into dinosaurs. Makes perfect sense. This is the strawiest of straw men I've ever seen.
I know, right? You see why I brought you here? The theists are taking my stance and saying that it is your stance. You're throwing around the word nothing as if it means nothing to them. The nerve!
I've got this, Iggy. Look, theists, this is not atheism. What you just described was nihilism.
And a very crude and poor representation of nihilism at that.
Yes, atheism is just the lack of belief in God. That is it. I would say on behalf of myself and other atheists that naturalistic processes have been sufficient to explain the nature of our existence, as opposed to a string of supernatural causes.
Nihilism is the belief in nothing. Nothing happened to nothing, but it certainly didn't explode for no reason. It expanded because nothing split is indistinguishable from the nothing whole. And when nothing is viewed in its split form of 0 divided by 0, poof, you get everything. No God needed.
That's an interesting concept, Iggy, but I don't really believe in nothing.
I know, and that is a big distinguisher between the two of us. We say the same things most of the time. But when it comes down to it, I believe in nothing, but you are just being skeptical of everything.
I guess that would make me just as much of an a-nihilist as an atheist.
Oof! You probably shouldn't use that word, Mr. Devil's Advocate. The theist might mistake it for thinking that you mean to annihilate them.
Fine. I'm an a-nothingist.
Much better. Now, let's start exploring this skepticism of everything that you hold and start honing in on the things that you actually do believe in.
Well, I am also a firm believer in the scientific method. I deal with reality in terms that are falsifiable, replicatable, within the set of physical dimensions that we share in common.
Excellent! This is another good distinguisher.
What, you don't believe in the scientific method?
No, I do. I just understand that there are metaphysical phenomena at the very base of the hierarchy of sciences. To put it plainly, I see that there is nothing, and then the arts and religion, and then philosophy, math, physics, chemistry, biology, psychology, sociology, and astronomy. But you appear to give a hard preference to the more objective sciences, yes? You value math only as far as that it helps explain physics, chemistry, biology, and astronomy.
Well, I think math is objective. 1 + 1 will always equal 2. There is a clear objective nature to it.
Do you really want to get into the philosophy of mathematics? I do not think you are ready for that.
Nah, let's stick with the objective of differentiating the two of us. And math is objective. Philosophy, psychology, and sociology can try to be objective, but they are just subjective in nature. Math is different.
Ooh, get thee behind me, Satan. Okay. What else is there? Well, it appears that sticking with the traditional definitions of atheism and nihilism, we've just about covered it. Atheism is just the negative belief in God and the positive belief in the objective dimensions used to explain our existence. And nihilism is the positive, the negative, and the neutral belief in nothing to explain our existence.
And theism is the positive belief in a God that we have no way of verifying exists without the addition of faith.
Well, that is assuming God is a God of somethingness and not a God of nothingness.
What are you talking about, Iggy? What you just said is absurd.
Yes, but that is part of the appeal. You see, Tim wrote a book. A whole freaking book. 119,000 words about nothing.
here, I've been spending the past 6 or 7 months writing a book. The title is The Normie's Guide to the Theory of Nothing. Maybe you've heard of it. Maybe that's why you're here, because you liked what I wrote and then you came here. Who knows? And the book is majorly based off of the dimensionalism philosophy that I've been building since early 2020. And upon completing the book, I realized that the writing process for these Death of a Notion videos are by far my favorite part of the video making process. And writing this book was like writing several episodes back to back to back to back, and actually being able to unite all of these different concepts together into one cohesive narrative. There are 69 chapters that make use of 3 different fonts to make a more engaging philosophy book for normies to read. So currently, my plan is for this book to be the next videos that I upload to this channel. I plan to be reading the book similarly to my Does God Exist format, where one character will be reading the serious fonts, another character will be reading the comical quackery font, and another person will be reading the fictional font. A few visuals to the book might be added to make the video version just as interesting as the book version. It might be kind of hard because I'm not exactly a visual artist. But I actually hope that those who are better visual artists than myself will one day take the audio from these videos and create them into more visually appealing videos for people to watch. So permission for free use is given here for both those videos and all of the videos on this channel. But I can't get permission for the free use of the hard copies of the book because that's technically not my permission to give. Well, that's all for this episode. Until next time, kumbaya, mother duckers.
So if you try to explain the smallest of mathematical objects, you will get a single zero-dimensional point. That is the closest to a mathematical object that you can. But even if you just observe that zero-dimensional point, you cannot distinguish one zero-dimensional point from a zero-dimensional point. They are indistinguishable. And in order to make a line, you need 2 zero-dimensional points. So whenever you describe a line, you can be saying it is no line, 1 line, or 2 points, or an infinite amount of points. It is very arbitrary.
So you're saying that the smallest mathematical object that we could differentiate one thing from another is the zero-dimensional point. So one-dimensional point plus 2 by itself, there is nothing. But if you have 2 points together, then all of a sudden you have a one-dimensional line that is a somethingness. But even though you can't differentiate the point itself from nothing, once you combine them together, you get a one-dimensional line from 2 points. So I guess I would make math a little bit subjective. Is it 0 that you're dealing with, the zero-dimensional point, or one-dimensional point in the one-dimensional line, or is it 2 with 2 points?
Yes, you are starting to get it.
I deal with all of that in the book. Wait to read it.
See, whenever I am making this video, I have 68 subscribers, but I only get about 1 subscriber every month, so I am due for my 69th subscriber very soon. So I will wait to upload this video when I have 69 subscribers, and we will celebrate that day that I have 69